Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Michael Hussey, and this is my case study for EDL 850. So for category 1, problem identification analysis, the problem identified was a threat directed at a teacher using social media. What information do I know? Slattery-Steno High School is in an affluent area. Families are very well off. The secure students have means to get whatever they need, whether it's clothing, new technology, anything they need their parents can afford. Dr. Harvey is the principal of Slattery-Steno High School, and he's very established there. He was principal of the year 2 years ago. He's highly regarded by the parents. He works hard to keep the great reputation of school, and he also works very diligently to hire highly qualified teachers. Miss Tate is a new teacher. She was hired the year prior, and we know that she received an unidentified email directing her to a website that had vulgar language asking who wants Miss Tate to disappear. Miss Tate took that as a threat and informed the principal right away. Principal said he'll print copies of it, talk to the district technologist in the morning to see if they could identify if it was used from a school computer, and said he would take care of it. What do we need to know? What was the full message? What were the exact words inside the email and in the message prior to the who wants Miss Tate to disappear? How threatening was it? Why did she feel that William Hall was the one that did it? What is his behavior in class? What are his grades like in her class? What do other students have to say about him? Why would she automatically identify him? And then where did the email generate from in the Facebook page? Was it from a home computer or off-campus computer? You can automatically assume that since it was a long weekend, it was from off-campus, but you just don't know. Category 2, proposed plan of action with appropriate strategies for implementation. So my first step as a building principal would be to notify the local authorities and the SROs about the situation, gather all the facts, make copies of the email and the Facebook page, and then of course have the investigation opened up by the local authorities. Contact the school district, let them know what's going on, let the superintendent know what's going on, the situation, because if it was a valid threat, then steps need to be taken. Notify district technology rep to ask for assistance where needed to check the school district computers. 3, impose punishment. When the guilty party is found, he or she will receive a harsh punishment for their actions. Continuing on with category 2, as a principal, I would use the following strategies to implement my plan of action. Gather all the necessary information, sit with Ms. Tate and talk to her about how she's feeling, ask her why she thinks it's Mr. Hall that did this, and ask her how our classroom environment is. Because if in fact we did have to talk to her before about her classroom environment as far as the kids not feeling like they're getting the information they need in class, is there a harsh feeling towards her? Not that this makes it right, but just to know what her classroom environment is like and why someone would want to do this to her. Talk to the other administrators, especially the one that Ms. Tate falls under, and ask how she feels that she's doing in the classroom and what her environment's like. And then, of course, like I said before, contact the local authorities and SROs and turn all the information that I have over to them for the investigation. And then pull my administrators in and brief them on the situation as a whole and let them know what's going on and to make sure no rumors are being spread. Category 3, resolve the issues based on promoting the success of all students. What is best for the students? I would follow all policies that apply to this situation. Remain impartial throughout the investigation. Do not automatically lean on someone thinking that they're guilty. Don't assume anything occurred that might not have occurred. Make sure there's rumor control. Make sure those students, because once a student gets talked to, it's going to get spread like wildfire. So try and do the best we can as an administrative team for rumor control and make sure no classroom time is being disrupted, whether it's with the students or with Ms. Tate. Category 4, debrief the problem by reflecting on what I was thinking, feeling, and valuing. First thing I was thinking was that the student let a joke get out of hand and ended up posting a threat towards a teacher on social media. That we need to find out who did this so we can put a stop to it before it gets out of hand, and we need to ensure proper policies are put into place if some aren't already there to address the situation, and of course everybody needs to receive training on proper social media use. What am I feeling? That Miss Tate is generally frightened that this happened to her. I feel like we need to make her also feel safe, that we are doing what we can to get to the bottom of the situation. And I'm feeling upset that something happened like this in the school. For the reputation that the school has, for something like this to happen is it's not good for our reputation. It's not good for the students or the teachers. It disrupts the classroom environment and the learning environment. And what am I valuing? I value the safety and the well-being of not only our students but our staff also. I value the time and effort that the local authorities and SROs are putting into the investigation to ensure the safety of our students and staff. And you also learn to value the power of social media and what it has over people's lives. Her reading this obviously affected her personally, and it affects her. And it's going to affect the students that did it too. Some unresolved issues. Look at district policy on the internet protocol and safe use practices to ensure my school has a policy that mirrors or is more stringent than the district's. School I'm in right now has one, and it's really good. And for this, I would make sure that the same thing has occurred. Make students sign a social media safe use agreement at the beginning of the school year. Parents also set up training for staff and students on a proper use of social media and the dangers of it when it's used carelessly. And then talk with Miss Tate and see if she needs any assistance with her classroom management or instructional techniques to assist her with her classroom environment. I feel like, this could be fixed also with her maybe altering how she's running her classroom. Category 5, reflect on standard 5, integrity. How to act with integrity? I acted on the issue immediately. I remained impartial throughout the investigation, and I never acted on assumptions. And of course, I informed the school district of the situation so that they know what's going on in the school, and the situation is transparent to anybody that needs to know what's going on. Fairness. I made sure everybody was treated fairly throughout the interview process. I remained impartial. Treat all parties that are involved the same. Follows district and school policies, and when I find out who it is, I impose a fair punishment. How do I act ethically? I show trust instead of guilt right away. Opportunity for internet and social media safe use training and agreements. Demonstrate a concern for the safety and well-being of the staff and students involved. I followed all policy and guidelines. I informed the school district of the situation, informed SROs and local authorities, and I gathered all the information in order for an investigation to be conducted. That is my presentation. Thank you for listening, and I enjoyed the class. Good luck to all of you in the future.